Thank you so much, and I'm really honored. Yeah, and thank you so much. I'm really honored to be in in this such a distinguished group of people, and I think when Professor Charan Singh, when he reached out to me, and I said I can offer only whatever is in my domain, and entrepreneurship is kind of my domain, and so thank you to everyone. Startup startup when the entrepreneur, when he has an idea of a startup, so all entrepreneur has to do, or his objective or her objective, entrepreneur's objective or goal, is to find a business model, एक ऐसे बिजनेस मॉडल की खोज करनी है, ऐसे बिजनेस मॉडल को ढूंढना है विच इज रिपीटेबल, स्केलेबल एंड प्रॉफिटेबल। रिपीटेबल, स्केलेबल एंड प्रॉफिटेबल। प्रॉफिट तो होना जरूरी है, बिकॉज अगर प्रॉफिट ही नहीं होगा तो देन एवरीथिंग एल्स डजंट मैटर। द मेन गोल ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योर इज टू क्रिएट वेल्थ। Entrepreneur will be creating wealth, and only way you can create wealth, only way entrepreneur can create wealth is making sure that his business model is repeatable, scalable, and profitable. Okay, next please, next slide please. Okay, so the knowledge base gives out to our graduate the prime tool to enter the world of opportunities. There are opportunities all around. When you graduate, the students are graduating, and then they've got the degree in their hand, and they have got those opportunities. What are those opportunities? So entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship mindset gives the student key to success. वो अपॉर्चुनिटी उनको नजर आने लगेगी if you have gone through if you have the mindset of entrepreneur or entrepreneur. So the critical thinking, excellent storytelling, empathetic leadership skills, the students will be equipped with these skill set, where they will be able to solve the problem which is coming their way. The engineering labs in the colleges which are there, and they're all equipped with tools and test equipment for the students to prove their hypothesis. कि जितने भी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज है उसमें तो लैब बहुत बहुत सी लैब हैं. सो वट एवर देयर आइडिया इज, वट एवर उनकी परिकल्पना जो है, जो भी हाइपोथेसिस है, दे कैन टेस्ट in their college lab. This course will kind of guide them to do that. Next, please. This course prepared the students with customer focused skills to identify what problem customer has and offer solution. The goal is to find out a need, an unmet need which is out there. चाहे वो छोटी नीड हो, चाहे बड़ी नीड हो, चाहे वो कॉम्प्लेक्स टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिस्कवरी वाली नीड हो, या सिंपल नीड की गांव में खेत में जो पानी दे रहे हैं वो किस तरह पानी उस पौधे तक पहुंचेगा और कितना पानी उस पौधे तक पहुंचेगा ताकि फसल खेती अच्छे से हो. सो डिपेंडिंग कौन सी नीड है, या अपने अपने घर ही में, आई टेल द स्टूडेंट्स, अपने घर में ही आप देखिए व्हाट कैन यू डू टू इम्प्रूव द लाइफस्टाइल ऑफ योर पेरेंट्स. आप क्या कर सकते हैं जो उनकी तकलीफ को, माँ बेचारी जो रोटी बना रही है उसके हाथ में द फिंगर्स गेट बर्न्ड एंड तवे में रोटी बना रही है, तो व्हाट कैन यू डू टू मेक हर लाइफ इजियर? सो आइडेंटिफाइंग द प्रॉब्लम, और कस्टमर, इट हैज टू बी द कस्टमर बेस, क्योंकि कस्टमर के पास वो है जो आपके पास नहीं है। मैं एंटरप्रेन्योर, कस्टमर के पास वो है जो मुझ एंटरप्रेन्योर के पास नहीं है। When you create something which is fulfilling the need of a customer, then customer accepts it and customer is very happy about it, and then customer comes up, gives you the thing which you don't have, and that thing is money. Customer takes the money from his pocket and gives it to you. So every every entrepreneur or intrapreneur, it is important to understand that what you have to serve the customer, and the goal is to ऐसा वैल्यू प्रोपोजिशन बनाए जिससे कि कस्टमर को भी लाभ हो और कस्टमर खुशी खुशी gives you that cash which he has in his pocket. Then of course this course कैसे होगा? Some of the things we are going to do is through the critical thinking and through the presentation skills. Critical thinking has to be very important. हमारे भारत में जो पढ़ाने का तरीका जो है वो ऐसा है कि हर चीज एक किसी कंपटीशन में किस दिन उसी पर फोकस है। कभी बच्चा अपने कॉलेज के स्कूल के एग्जाम में के लिए दैट्स व्हाट ही इज और शी इज फोकस्ड ऑन, फिर जॉब के लिए फोकस ऑन दोस ऑल दोस वेरियस कंपटीशन, दे आर ऑल टाइड अप, ऑल फोकस्ड टुवर्ड्स गेटिंग दैट just passing that exam or just competing to get that job. कोई स्किल सेट जो है ना, जो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, we are not teaching our children that critical thinking, and that is not the fault of a teacher, that's not the fault of the students, it is the system what we have created. And we as a teacher, we as a professor, we got to change something, and we have that tool which we can change. So, and then of course the presentation skills, बच्चों को कैसा सिखाएं ताकि the presentation skill they can present that. The catchy phrase for that is of course the elevator pitch. What do we do? How do we teach? उसको कैसे बच्चे को सिखाएंगे? और तीसरा है एम्पैथेटिक लीडरशिप, कैसे बच्चों को सिखाएं कि तुम लोग जो जानते हो, शेयर दैट नॉलेज विद अदर्स. I apologize. I'm going to turn my phone off. I truly apologize. That was my daughter calling from US, but that's okay. So what can we do? And so ताकि वो empathetic leadership, they become empathetic leader. That is, they work with the strength of all the people who are working for that person, अपने colleague के साथ. And then the next is, and then of course, I'm really fortunate to be working with JUT, because JUT is the first university which went and said, we want to have a mandatory course in entrepreneurship. Not only for the B.Tech, which was started 2 years ago, but this year they made this as a mandatory course in all the diploma courses, all those polytechnic institutes. Next, please. तो इसको बनाने में, इस गोल को अचीव करने में, so we have to develop the faculty to teach entrepreneurship in their respective institution of JOT. तो ये जो चैलेंज है ना, दिस इज रियली अ ह्यूज चैलेंज कि आप either you can go and hire the top paying ranking teacher and bring him to the uh, to a college which is remote, and nobody wants to go there because it doesn't have all the infrastructure. So उनको कैसे वो टीचर मिलेंगे? So main thing is, so what you do is, I kind of took that as a challenge. I said, okay, let us develop the faculty within within what we have available. So I do what I'm doing is uh, the process of teaching. I'm using this flip classroom technique, जहाँ की 2 वीक पहले मैं प्रोफेसर जितने भी हैं उनको वो I give them the video, I give them the slide deck, and they go through it, or and then I take their every week. I do a class of 45 minutes and go through that, and then the same chapter is being taught to the students, and the professors, they are sitting in that, and they are the one who are facilitating the interaction between the students and the teacher. So this is just an experiment which we are doing, and I think it will surely make a difference. लेकिन अगर हम लोग को अगर ये करना है, so I think we have to create the local community, local faculty to start teaching in there. अच्छा, difficulty भी है उसमें, because all those, the younger generation, they really want to do it. When they say younger generation, this means the faculty which are they're just they're just only about 10 years of experience in teaching. They are really excited. So they are the one who will become this entrepreneur teachers and who will be teaching. And then I'm going to hold me and my team, we are going to hold their hand when they transform, when they change from attending the class, getting ready, and start teaching in the class. And so again, there is, as I told you, they received the slide deck and also the video class 2 weeks before the class start. Next, please. Okay. So again, this is, I just talked about it there. What I've done is how I can support right now. Well, I have two faculty members for each institute who are actually going through this training. So there are, of course, there are like 75 engineering colleges there. Okay. So my goal, मेरा मिशन जो है वो यही है, for student to understand the concept and they do not have to memorize it, and faculty's active participation will make this class very interesting for the students. So this is what we have to, this is what I'm trying. Challenge sure है, but I think अगर मैं हर कॉलेज से, if I am successful in getting 2 faculty member within the faculty, I think I would consider that to be a success. Next, please. This whole class, this whole series is dedicated to Mr. Vinod Rao. He was our mentor. He was our professor. And Vinod, we are going to dearly miss you. Next, please. These right now these are the teaching professors who are in the team. Professor Rajaswa from IIT Gandhinagar, IIT Bombay, Dr. Prakash Kumar, who is the head of the department, and he's the heartbeat of this because he's the one who is always working with me, Professor Suresh Roy, and of course invited guests and speakers. And then what I did was I got the younger generation got involved, and I had them जो भी मेरे presentation है उसमें जो visuals हैं, I have them actually develop those visuals because I think our teens, they can make much better visual than me. That's an old man. That's the next, please. Okay. So student ask, when in my this is my 7th year of teaching this class. So earlier student asked, sir, this is ये तो मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स है, हमको क्या लेना देना इससे? That's what the student asked. Okay. So I said, how do I interest the students? And so finally, what I did was I got the compensation package for from the institute, from BIT Sindri. I said 23-24 में आपके जितने भी graduate who got campus placement, what was that placement? How much was that? So the first bell curve, this is a black one, we see that is what has happened in 23-24. The minimum was 5.5, minimum compensation package was 5.5 lakhs, and maximum was 50 lakhs, and average was 7.5 lakhs. And I kind of looked at that. मैंने सोचा ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता है कि जिस बच्चे को 50 लाख मिले वो बच्चा जिसको 5.5 लाख मिले हैं उससे 10 गुना ज्यादा होशियार हो, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता है। दोनों की कंपटीशन में आके दोनों का उसी कॉलेज में एडमिशन हुआ है। So why is this difference? So what we want to do? I said with the faculty and with the VC, I said, what I really want is I want to make the standard deviation tighter, and I want to shift this curve to the right, so that not only the standard deviation goes tighter and shifting right will not only give it will increase the mean. My goal is that it should be like 11 lakhs actually. This session, this series, this year 25-26 वाले बच्चे जब जाएंगे, I think उनका पैकेज होगा, it will be much higher. It will be 11-12 lakhs. लेकिन they have to teach the skill, and we in this course we teach these skills as part of the entrepreneurship training. So वही मेरा गोल है कि lower standard deviation, and then we move the curve to the right, and average package is higher. अब ये तीन कैसे करेंगे? What are the things which are really which is affecting it? Next slide, please. तो ये जो कोर्स है, this is about for the students to find the unmet need around them and fill that need. आप अपने घर में देखिए, आप what is that unmet need? आपके गांव में कौन सी unmet need है? आपकी कम्युनिटी में कौन सी अनमेट नीड है? Go ahead and find that out and then identify those needs. क्या आप कुछ ऐसी जरूरतें बता सकते हैं जो अभी तक पूरी नहीं हुई है? Get the students thinking about it. That's what this course does. Next, please. So anyone can be an entrepreneur. कोई भी उद्यमी बन सकता है, कोई भी व्यक्ति, कोई भी स्टूडेंट, by cultivating creativity and curiosity. कोई भी व्यक्ति रचनात्मकता और जिज्ञासा विकसित करके उद्यमी बन सकता है, कैन बिकम अ एंटरप्रेन्योर. सो एंटरप्रेन्योर ये नहीं है कि इट इज इन द ब्लड, in the family. Only thing the business, the children coming from the business family, only thing they know more than the others is because they know how they how to control the business, what is the money, how is the money flows. They understand that part, और जो कि सीखा जा सकता है. दैट्स वाई कोई भी व्यक्ति रचनात्मक और जिज्ञासा विकसित करके उद्यमी बन सकता है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. सो adapt to the technology is changing so fast. The technology is changing so fast, so rapidly. And then you have heard about the technology which are like, I take it IoT for example, smart environment. अपने घर में the air conditioning turns on automatically when the temperature goes below. The light turns off if nobody is in the room. In your garden, the water sprinkler starts when the humidity is low or the plant has low water. And there are so many things which are happening. So smart environment, it is there, and it is our, we want to make sure that we make full utilization of that. Then robotics, advanced automation, that's happening, that's starting everywhere. Even you take the drone technology, right? So, oh my God, how much of the technology, how many technologies have converged to make that the drone make that a reality. And then biotech accelerating, drug discovery. We saw that before the drug discovery, after drug was introduced, or scientists produce it in the lab, it will take over decade before it comes to the market. But everything changed. Everything changed when in the COVID time when it happened, and it changed because the businesses, the scientists, they all switched to exponential growth. They all switched to abundance growth. Or when that exponential growth happened in this technology, the massive data which was collected, hazaron log, they were dying. And कोई कहीं सूर्य की किरणें नजर नहीं आ रही थी कि क्या होगा. But then within 8-9 months, the scientists came up with this vaccine, which really changed the course of our lives. And then, so itna fast, and that's all that happened because of the technology convergence, and so biotech acceleration. Then personalized medicine. Personalized medicine, bioprinting. I just say, I give a real good example. Is like, जब मेरे को सर दर्द होता है तो I have to take 2 aspirin, 2 Tylenol, ताकि मेरा सर दर्द ठीक हो जाए. Whereas Radha has to take only 1. So now it will be so personalized that not only it will be for a particular person, but even in the body, that medicine can be given to exact at the spot where the problem is. So, हमारे एक one of the doctors who's working in this neurotherapy and neurosurgery, he has developed a robot, a mechanism where for the Alzheimer, he just inserts the medicine just exactly where the cells are defective. in the brain. And of course, it's in the it's a further stage of the experimentation testing. But the point is, only way it could happen because of the technology came up, enhanced connectivity. Going from we started with 1G, 2G, 3G, and today we are almost we are at the 5G and going to go 6G and beyond. Everything in the world, everything will be connected. There are more than 7.5 billion people, and each one of them has, if you take the average, there are about at least 20 sensors. So just imagine how many sensors have to talk to each other, how much data is being connected, and so the bandwidth इतनी ज़्यादा चाहिए. So it is required कि हमारी जो bandwidth की capacity है वो बढ़ती रहे, speed बढ़ती रहे, and that's why this now it is 60. And I'm so proud to say that the scientist, the main scientist who is behind all of this, who in the wireless communication from 1G to all the way today 6G and beyond, he's from BIT Sindri, and he's Dr. Ramji Prasad. He's in Denmark. He's a professor and head of the department at Aarhus University. So that's and the last is, of course, the augmented AR and VR, and you all have seen that what does it mean. And then, of course, autonomous vehicle. Now, same thing, you took autonomous vehicle, you take that. How it became the EV? Because there were abundance of Surya Devta ki itni energy thi, and somebody came up with this the solar cell, and which got converted into power, energy converted into the power, and that power storage. Somebody came up with this. Work was done to make those battery which can store that the more kilowatt hour per unit area, and that's why all of a sudden Tesla has this car which is so marvelous. It just it goes almost like 250 260 miles in one charge. So that's next, please. So I want to just stop here and go back to the to this talk about that slide जहाँ की जो बेल कर्व, वो हम लोग कैसे उसको टाइट करेंगे और उसको कैसे राइट शिफ्ट करेंगे. So what is the difference between those students who got 50 lakhs and who got 5.5 lakhs? Well, the difference is, number one, that critical thinking, creativity, curiosity, जिज्ञासा. क्योंकि जिस बच्चे को 5.5 लाख मिले, वो बेचारा तो he is totally focused on one little thing. He's so smart. He knows his subject matter very well. But he lacks. What he lacks is, he lacks to be creative. He lacks to be curious. Because he's told right from the beginning, all I want you to do is this. इधर उधर ध्यान मत दो. And the second is good storytelling. किस तरह आप अपने विचार व्यक्त करेंगे कि आप 2 मिनट में अपनी कंपनी के बारे में, अपने बारे में 2 मिनट में आप कह सकें. That is the second thing. Third thing is, of course, the leadership quality, that empathetic leader. And fourth thing is change. अगर you are working on something and all of a sudden the power goes out, what are you going to do? Right? What happens? You are working and your boss doesn't show up that day, from whom you're looking for direction. How do you handle that change? Your technician does not come in, and now you have to do that soldering and welding. How do you handle that? How do you handle that change? So these are the things, if we teach the student in the mindset, so there's nothing new to be taught here. Only thing is the mindset mind shift we have to do. So, mansikta, mindset. So we have to be thinking about abundance, prachurta. Abundance. टेक्नोलॉजी जो है ना, नई नई जो टेक्नोलॉजी आ रही है, इनके कन्वर्जन से व्हाट दे हैव डन इज दे हैव गिवन अस द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू मेक द स्केर्सिटी, जितनी भी टुडे यू लुक इन द वर्ल्ड, व्हाट इज स्केर्स? पानी की कमी है, बिजली की कमी है, दवाइयों की कमी है, हेल्थ की कमी है, एजुकेशन की कमी है, ऐसी कितनी कमियां हैं. लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी अगर हम जैसे इफ वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग विद द टेक्नोलॉजी, वी कैन दे कन्वर्ट दैट स्केर्सिटी इनटू अबंडेंस, एंड देन एक्सपोनेंशियल. We need to teach the kids. You got to go exponential. वो जो लीनियर स्टेप का जमाना बहुत पहले था, आज नहीं था. आज से 150,000 साल पहले था. Maybe 150,000 years ago it was there. So today, and because at that time, उस समय there was no way of people to travel from one area to another area. There were no fast vehicle. There was no way they could cross the ocean and go to the other side of the land. But as that started happening, so उस समय linear growth थी. But as soon as ये जो when people started traveling and going, then it became a linear global growth. And then when they started talking about this abundance, technology started coming in, then all of a sudden it became a exponential growth. Coming back to this critical thinking, कि क्यों ऐसा होता है कि जो हमारे the gravity has always been there. Since the earth was formed, gravity was there. लेकिन एक दिन न्यूटन बैठा हुआ था, उसने देखा कि जो एप्पल ऊपर से नीचे गिरा, सेब ऊपर से नीचे गिरा. उसके दिमाग में आया, ये एप्पल ऊपर से नीचे क्यों गिरा है? ये क्यों नहीं नीचे ऊपर की तरफ गया? उसके पहले तो करोड़ों लोग सबने देखा कि एप्पल ऊपर से नीचे आया है. But he was curious. He was creative. And then he started thinking, oh my God, he discovered Earth's gravitational force. And he took that Earth's gravitational force, and boy, what our ISRO team did. ISRO team went and put that, used the gravitational force of the Earth to make the Chandrayaan successful. They used the gravitational force, and of course that really helped. What was their need at that time? Find the unmet need. The unmet need was कि it is too expensive. We need to make this solution जिसमें कि कम पैसा खर्च हो, and the quality लेकिन वही हो. So the ISRO scientists got together, critical thinking, and they said, oh, let us use this gravitational force. And then when the message they gave, the communication to the masses, to the everyone, and what a wonderful task they did. कि भारत का बच्चा भी अभी समझता है कि चंद्रयान ऊपर गया था वो पृथ्वी के ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स के कारण. That helped in doing that. And the third thing, what a wonderful example, or by their work they showed empathetic leadership. Chandrayaan 2 में failure हुआ था, and you saw our chief scientist kind of had tears in his eyes because of failure, but their team was so strong They said, let us work, let's be empathetic leader and make it happen. So the every work, we got to do the agile. फुर्ती से काम करना है, काल करे सो आज कल, आज करे सो अब. Don't wait. The train is going very fast. Don't wait. And then customer centered. It has to be customer centered. Customer की खुशी, क्योंकि customer के पास वो है जो आपके पास नहीं है. Next, please. Next slide, please. Okay. So, just give an example. I'm sure you're familiar that linear. What is the difference between the linear and exponential? Linear step लीजिए, पहला step 1 meter, दूसरा step 1 meter, तीसरा step 1 meter. By the time you take 30 steps, you have gone 30 meters. And now you change, your mindset have changed. And now you're doing this, you're going with the exponential step because you're using the technology. You have the technology around you. And you plan so that pehla step 1 meter, dusra 2 meters, tisra 4 meters, chautha 8 meters, and so on and forth. And by the time you have taken 30 steps, you would have gone around the earth 26 times. That is the power of the exponential. ये power जो है, ये हम लोग को बच्चों को सिखानी है कि what is that power of exponential? Use of technology will make that happen. Next, please. Please let me know how much time I have. So I just talked about these slides earlier. Same
Leave
thing,
it to you.
critical thinker.
We
But
leave it to you.
the last item, which is more important, is transparencies. टीम में जब टीम बनाते हैं, टीम में ऐसा रखिए कि you are the whole team is very transparent. टीम को महसूस हो कि अगर मैंने गलती की और मैंने वो गलती नहीं बतलाई तो पूरी टीम का नुकसान उसमें हो रहा है, इंक्लूडिंग योर्स. सो बी वेरी ट्रांसपेरेंट कि अगर कुछ गलत हुआ है तो जस्ट टेल. तो आप if your परिकल्पना, your hypothesis has you're not able to prove, just tell to the team that you're not able to do it, and you pivot and start with another hypothesis, another परिकल्पना. So लेकिन ये बहुत जरूरी है आपस में पारदर्शिता हो, चाहे किसी भी एरिया में हो. वी हैव टू बी वेरी 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 ओपन. ओनली देन वी आर गोइंग टू राइज. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. सो ये चेंज कैसे होगा? सो व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज थिंक ऑफ माइंड शिफ्ट. थिंक ऑफ माइंड शिफ्ट, not a mindset. Yeah, just talk to your parents. Yeah, I was just my brother-in-law. I was just talking to him this morning, and he says, Jija ji, I know I have worked in this so much here. I know everything. I know what to do. I know how to take care of it. मैंने ऐसे किया. This is where I'm going to do it. उनका जो mindset है, that's a different, and I don't blame him for that. आज का बच्चा जो है, he is different. Today's child is different. क्योंकि जब my brother-in-law was born, or there was no computer, there was no fast, no video, nothing. At that time, it was just a study. The education was either you want to curious, you get from the library or from the books or from the college learning. That's all it was. आज का बच्चा, अब मेरे क्लास में जितने बच्चे हैं, सब there are the kids are from 17 years to 21 years, and ये बच्चे by the time they were 2 years old, इन सब बच्चों के पास या तो आईफोन था, या आईपैड था, या उन्होंने they have touched the keyboard, laptop they have touched, they have done that, and they know. And I'm sure you have faced a 2.5 साल का बच्चा है, 2 साल का बच्चा है, you give him give your iPad, and he will go and put he will go and he know where the YouTube icon is. He presses the icon and he selects the video which the kid wants to watch. So these are the things which will happen कि हमारे knowledge transfer, curiosity को fulfill करने के लिए we have this new technology. तो हमारे बच्चे जो हैं, they are very used to this the modern way, the social media, learning from social media. They are very comfortable in doing that. And what we, as educator, what we need to do is use that as a tool so that students can learn, they can be and increase their curiosity, their creativity, their critical thinking by helping them and to encouraging them to do more and more research. Most of my faculty members, that's when I talk, I say, sir, आजकल के बच्चे लोग तो बोलते हैं, कह रहे हमको आपसे ज्यादा आता है. They tell right on the face of the teacher that I know more than you. And you know what? They are absolutely right. The kids are absolutely right because they have this powerful device where they can go and find out जो भी curiosity आए, they can find out the answer. The teacher may not have that because he can also do that, but at that particular instant, he may not know it. He has to go to the to the chat GPT to find. So the change, this has the style of teaching, the style of learning, that has changed so much. So हम लोग को style of teaching भी change करनी पड़ेगी. That's why about 10 years ago, I'm sure all of you are familiar with this flipped classroom concept, जहाँ की they said, oh, let us use this social media as a source who children are very comfortable with. उस तरह करें तो इसलिए then they give the video and the slide deck एक week पहले क्लास के, और बच्चों को बोलते हैं all you have to do is please watch this. And then after a week, when the class happens, half of the time of the class is spent in the QA, question answer. Because kids have questions and you want to encourage them to ask questions. And the rest of the class goes through. So also the teacher, the students, they learn with each other. And they learn with each other and which is much easier. होमवर्क करते हैं, अगर वो क्लास में होमवर्क करें तो कितना बढ़िया है, सब मिलके बच्चे 10 का ग्रुप कर रहे हैं and they are learning from each other. The learning is much faster. I think that's what is going to change. So बच्चों को ये जानना, sir, I'm sure I kind of started thinking, what is the difference between mindset and mind shift? I can give so much of example. So I kind of I want to behave. I really sometimes I when I sit down with my grandkids, I really give them I listen with my open mind, with open ear and open eye. That's it. And to learn from them. उनको मैं कहता हूँ, and I do not hesitate to tell them, Rohan, thank you very much for being my guru, for teaching me this particular thing. So we kind of think about, okay, next please. So mindset of an entrepreneur. एक तो हम लोग को जानना है, entrepreneur को जानना है कि identify the problem. Write down the problem Understand it very thoroughly what the problem is, क्योंकि solution निकालना तो बहुत आसान है. You have all the technology, you have everything. That's very easy to get the solution. But defining really what the problem is what is the key thing for an entrepreneur for the success. And then testing the hypothesis. परिकल्पना को आप उसको test करते हैं. You keep on doing that again and again, round and round. You identify the problem, test the hypothesis. And then now you've got the solution. You look for a solution. Or solution आया, then again you test your hypothesis. अपनी परिकल्पना test करते हैं कि क्या really I'm good, or my whatever I thought, am I achieving that? And then again implement your solution, and test your hypothesis. So testing the proving the hypothesis, that's what actually is this slide focuses on. Next, please. Mindset of an entrepreneur, we talked about it. Critical thinker, excellent storyteller, empathetic leader, and transparent communication. Those are the things. And next slide, please. And each time you will see that though lot of repetition, that repetition is on purpose. Because when I'm teaching the class, I want them to उसको याद नहीं करें, उसको समझ जाए, पिक्चर की तरह वो देख लें, oh, these are the things. That's why I can have so much repetition. I put purposely in the class. Then excellent team builder, clear direction and responsibility and authority. अधिकार के साथ स्पष्ट दिशा और जिम्मेदारी बहुत जरूरी है. Always open to new ideas and discussion. बहुत जरूरी है. That's all of you know that. That's this is. I'm teaching this for the students. Of course, you are all expert in this. And focus on testing the hypothesis in each of the 9 items of the BMC, Business Model Canvas. तो BMC के प्रत्येक 9 आइटम में परिकल्पना का परीक्षण पर ध्यान दें. You have to do that. Next slide, please. So, explore the future technology. ये सब इनके बारे में जानिए. And what we need to do is actually go and encourage the students to go to the chat GPT, go to the chat GPT and find out what is an artificial intelligence. क्या है ये? What is the aerospace? ये ड्रोन जब जाता है, इसमें क्या क्या टेक्नोलॉजी आती है? Find that out. Find the blockchain which is making the system so reliable, unbreakable. What is the cryptocurrency which is working hand in hand with the blockchain? Cyber security, robotics and drone, and semiconductor and chip design. My God, what a thanks to NVIDIA. NVIDIA played a major role in the development of the vaccine for COVID. Why major role? Because it is their system, their GPU, which was used because it's very fast, which was used to process this huge bunch of data to see whether their scientist parikalpana, scientist hypothesis, whether it fixes the bug, what is happening during the COVID time. लेकिन जानना जरूरी है. Next, please. So when our student graduates, so not the student when they graduate, they will either become an entrepreneur or they will go for the higher studies, or they will become an entrepreneur. That's what they will do. But when they go for the professional life, some of the things will happen. Hard skill and soft skill, critical thinking, उनको सीखनी ही पड़ेगी. That is the fundamental. Or same thing again, effective communication, adaptability to the change, and leadership and management. Next, please. These are the things which the employer looked for. What I did was, thanks to Sabir Bhatia. Sabir Bhatia he's helping. He's with me in this teaching the entrepreneurship class at Jharkhand, and he created this show reel, Bhatia Beyond Boundaries. तो तो इसमें उन्होंने छोटे छोटे ये जो कई छोटे छोटे वीडियो बनाए हैं. These are small 2-3 minutes video, 5 minutes video, but they explain the concept so well. So this I share with the with the students and in the class. And next please. Same. These are some more. All the technologies. Understand the AI and chatbots. Machine learning. ये छोटे-छोटे video हैं, which kind of gives the concept. So I say about the concept. The reason why I say that, मेरे class में कुछ दिन पहले I had a speaker. He is the chairman and MD of SAIL, Mr. Amrinder Prakash. And so he's my alumni. So I called him and Amrinderji, can you come and give a talk to the class? So he said, sir, मेरे को तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप से लेना देना है ही नहीं कुछ. मिला अमरिंदर जी, आप 45,000 एम्प्लॉय को आप देख रहे हैं, आप उसको कैसे मोटिवेट करते हैं? I want you to talk to the students about that. And उन्होंने जो just he said, he of course he was he gave a very good talk, but he said, आप लोग में make sure कि if you are working, you are a leader, you are a manager, high level manager, so सब में कुछ so आपके organization में या जो भी कुछ आपके which you are responsible for, तो सब में आप कुछ जाने. The expertise, domain expertise, सब में कुछ जाने और कुछ में सब कुछ जाने. सब में कुछ जाने और कुछ में आप सब कुछ जाने. One has to know that. An electronic engineer, expert in the electronics, but he got to know about the mechanical engineering. He got to know about the metallurgy. He got to know about the civil engineering. Has to know that. So, सब में कुछ और कुछ में सब कुछ. Next slide, please. These are again links to video with a different application, like in the medicine, the fundamental medical imaging, and so on and forth. Next, please. So this is Sabir Bhatia, is Bhatia Breaking Barriers. He has an app, and that app is actually on the that app you can download from the Apple Store or Google Play. Showreel B3 Learn and Grow, or you can go to the web.showreelapp.com. And you will, I tell you, you will enjoy that. You'll say, oh my God, it has got such a short video. Like, if you are curious, it'll create your curiosity even more because you will know what question to ask. Next, please. So these are the This is the last slide actually I want to do. I will close. So these are the 14 manifesto of an entrepreneur. ये 14 के 14 बहुत वो जानने चाहिए entrepreneur को, चाहे entrepreneur चाहे intrapreneur. So when the students, either they will become entrepreneur or they will go to the academic, or they will become entrepreneur. So they all, if you take all of them, they will all become either entrepreneur or intrapreneur. और दोनों के लिए जो skill set है, that is exactly the same. Only difference is entrepreneur is a job creator and intrapreneur becomes a business leader. That is the difference. लेकिन उनका जो काम करने का तरीका, काम करने का ढंग, all the skills जो required है, they are almost equal. And so when my students, when they said, sir, ये तो management course है, I said, beta, you think about this. You have to learn. This is what you have to learn these skills. So in these ones, this 14 manifesto, there are no facts inside your building. So go outside. Normally, the students will come and say, oh, sir, I have this idea. Okay, that's fine. What is that? How do you know this is a good idea? Sir, मैं जानता हूँ बहुत अच्छा आइडिया. तुमने किसी से बात की? नहीं, मैंने पेपर में रिसर्च किया. Did you talk to any customer, any person who has the similar problem? And you'll pretty soon find that it's a very shallow, and their answer is no. So सबसे पहले ये सिखाना कि आप अगर ऑफिस में बैठे रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, that is not you will not learn anything, because ultimate goal is creation of wealth. And if you have to create wealth, you have to go out and you have to learn. You have to do the talk to the customer. Failure is an integral part of the research. It is a failure. That's okay. All it does is वो परिकल्पना पूरी हुई कि नहीं हुई. That's all it is. And so I won't go through everything. So I would say you can, I think if you're curious, you can go through this, and this all well published. And the last which I want to say, I have learned quite a bit, and I give that credit to, but of course my when I started this journey in that I had I was in Silicon Valley. I was an entrepreneur this is 82, and I went through three companies, 4 companies actually, but really each time, जैसा अभी मैं पहले देखता हूँ कि 82 में जब मैंने शुरू किया था, मैंने क्या गलती की थी, साफ मैं देख सकता हूँ कि मैंने क्या गलती की थी. मैं गया कस्टमर के पास, मैंने बोला कि this is the disk drive which we have designed, and this is the drive which has the first drive which has the microprocessor in it. This is the first drive which is the self-test. Oh, I as an engineer, I thought, my God, I got the greatest product. This is the slice of bread. And customer listens to me and he says, Ramesh, all I want is store my data into that device and get that data reliably back. That's all. What he was telling me, what is the minimum viable product, instead of going through these bells and whistles. So with that, I finish, and I will, if there's a question, I will take up those questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Yadava. I do not see any questions as such. So if anybody has got any observations, any questions, please feel free to participate. Either you can type in or you can either chime in, but the stage is yours. Otherwise, we finished bang on time. So thank you, Professor Yadava, for that. The session was very lucid and very informative. At least I quite enjoyed a bit. And there are a few takeaways for me personally. So thank you for that. And I'm sure the audience would have also found a lot of value in what you've spoken. Professor Singh, if you have any observations, any closing remark, please, the stage is yours.
See, Ramesh is a dear friend of mine for last 22 years. Right? And I know him so well, and his talk today has only strengthened my view that he has to lead us into this. So as we are going to design a 1 year, 52-hour course, I've requested him that his 25, 26 lectures, which he does at Sindri, he has to bring it to us. And then rest of the 25, 26 hours, we are going to fill in with other people who are participating in this series. So I want to thank him. On a Sunday morning, I know he's in Patna and he's come with a purpose. So I know he's here. So, but he has really spoken so well, shared the mindset story. I think we should have probably heard him in the beginning of the series rather than towards the end. But nevertheless, it has come now. So interesting, so much of learning here from Ramesh. And Ramesh, what we are doing today, and Kaushik was just thinking, we are going to convert this through Bhashni into different languages. This will be the first one we will do because you have already translated in Hindi. So we have slides which are multilingual now. So we are going to use this and we are going to make it sort of a flagship of our course that we are trying to market or advertise, which we should start soon. So thank you so much for being here with us today and delivering this talk. And we are going to fall back on you and we are going to look up the show reel app and Samir Bhatia's thing. We'll look that up. But I think we are going to depend on you greatly for this course. The first course that we offer starting sometimes in 26, me and Kaushik are trying to design it. So we will be in touch with you and we will, of course, tap on you. And we want you to play a significant role in our first course. You made it so simple. You made it so interesting. As Kaushik said, very lucid. Me and Kaushik have been working on this MSME university for nearly 10 years now. And we are pursuing different things. We are also thinking of talking to different chief ministers and asking them if they are willing to commit to this course in their own states. I know you are in Patna and you are going to pursue something like that. So, me and Kaushik have been thinking about this course for a long time now. Now, I think it's a time we want to launch it online before we build a brick and mortar station where we'll have a campus and we'll run classes. But online, we want to do it as early as 26. So thank you very much. And I think, yes, on a Sunday morning, finishing it on time, as Kaushik says, is a real challenge, a lazy day to start. But then I think you put us all to think. I liked your statement that in all, look for something, and in some, look for everything. I think that's a very great statement to motivate your employees to even think that yes, I have to know these very things. And that's exactly what we are trying to do in our course. We are trying to say, okay, we are going to give you a comprehensive course. But if you are already running a family business and you're missing, say, on human resources or man management or markets or something to do with taxation or accounting, then we have little modules for you where you can. As an entrepreneur, you need to know so much about everything. I think if you are an entrepreneur in India, you also need to know about pollution. So we are going to, in our coursework, build all this up. So you know little of many things, but you have to know everything of certain things. So I think that's a very great statement that you have brought to our notice. I think with that we should close Kaushik
Sure,
because
sure,
he's
sir.
in Patna on a
So,
specific
yeah.
purpose. He spared time to be with us.
Sure.
So
Thank you.
एक लास्ट आई वांटेड टू शेयर कि देखिए मैं पढ़ा रहा था इंग्लिश में एंड आई जस्ट टीचिंग दैट एंड आई थॉट आई वाज डूइंग अ गुड जॉब because I was getting a lot of input back. And then I asked my son-in-law, I said, Rohit, this is what is happening and this is what I'm doing. And he said, Dad, you are teaching in English. क्या वो बच्चे सचमुच समझते हैं? You are teaching in English, you finish your course in 1.5 class, आप 1.5 घंटे में खत्म करते हैं, and you feel good about it. My God, what a good thing I have done. Are you feeling good? Did the child who you are teaching, is he feeling good? That changed my mindset. And then I talked to, I did a survey of the students. Do you want to do it in Hindi? 70% said, yes, we want to do it in Hindi. 70%. And 30%, majority of them said we want both Hindi and English. So, and that's what inspired me, Professor Charan Singh, to start working on the Hindi. And I think, but thank you so much. I appreciate that.
मैं और कौशिक इसको 10 साल से चेज कर रहे हैं। हमने जब शुरू में कंसीव किया था करीब 6 साल पहले, नहीं 8 साल पहले, we had thought the hub will be somewhere in some place in Delhi or Noida, wherever. But the spoke model that we created, hub and spoke, we said we are going to translate all the global wisdom into local languages and speak to them in local languages. Then we forgot it on the way. अब ये सीरीज जब शुरू की, वी आर लर्निंग, जैसे आपने कहा ना मार्केट में जाके टेस्ट करो, तो व्हेन नाउ वी आर लर्निंग कि कोई लोग आ क्यों नहीं रहे हैं, लोग सुन क्यों नहीं रहे हैं. देन आई स्पोक टू अ फ्यू पीपल इन जलंधर हुम आई न्यू, मोहाली, कि तुम लोग आ क्यों नहीं रहे हो. बोला कि यार आप अंग्रेजी में पढ़ा रहे हो, अंग्रेजी मेरा एंटरप्रेन्योर कहाँ जानता है. मैं तो छोटी सी लेट मशीन 10 रखी हुई है, उसका जो मालिक है वो पंजाबी जानता है, अब मैं आपके इंग्लिश में कुछ समझ ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. Then it is 2 weeks back when they told me this. Then me and Kaushik again started thinking कि इसको कैसे टैकल करना है. और अब हमने सोचा कि भाषणी में डाल के ना, आपके लेक्चर से शुरू करेंगे, इसको मल्टी लैंग्वेजेस में कर देंगे. एंड जब हम लोग कोर्स वर्क भी शुरू करेंगे, मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि प्रॉब्ली हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश विल बी द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, but depending on where are the recruitment coming from or where the interest coming from, probably we'll translate in that language.
Yeah.
And then deliver like that. But I think we have to go back to the drawing board. Me and Kaushik will have to work on it, go back to the drawing board, get at least critical people to join us in our course, because that will be a paid course. तो देखेंगे, आप जैसे आईआईटी में पढ़ा रहे हैं, आईआईटीज में देखेंगे, बेंगलुरु में हम लोगों ने कुछ सर्वे किए हैं, रिसर्च किए हैं, वहाँ पे देखेंगे. हमारा एक मेंटर है जो तमिलनाडु से है, we'll explore all that. I think there's a question coming up from Professor Rajendra Sinha. He is going to be a speaker in our series. He has just completed a book on financing MSMEs. तो लास्ट लेक्चर इनका है इसी सीरीज में. So we'll, yes, Professor Sinha.
Yeah, first of all, Professor Ramesh Yadava, let me compliment for very interesting in a different way. I saw the presentation, and this Hindi translation which you had put in slide, really it's for the beneficiaries where it matters for us. And this, I have an experience that two things I will tell. One, for a public sector bank, we had done 107 soft skill programs. So when we first made the demo in Bangalore, it was such a fantastic, they were so much impressed and all. They said, fine, go ahead. We had got so many other offers. So they said that you are going in different locations. UP, you are going at the block levels, you are going obviously urban centers, metro also, but try to make the participants comfortable that what the content it goes on the back of their mind. So the local language which gives comfort to them, not for our satisfaction of the best of class of English should be there. So that's very practical aspect which Professor Charan Singh also pointed out. And another thing that talked about 1 year program. Here, Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce is there. I'm also in MSME committee, a member there. Now, with them, we had signed MOU for doing 1 year program for this entrepreneurs for the senior staff of these small and medium enterprises. Somehow it has not picked up because there are some priorities with our business school and the fees structure also, all those things come into picture. But yes, there is certainly a demand for it. So I really appreciate this idea which Professor Charan Singh said, that thinking of an university and having to start with 1 year course. It has really lot many takers. The number of MSMEs, we say more than 6 crores, but in as per the available survey data, but the number is substantially much more. And especially these small and medium enterprises, because the turnover now it is 100 crores and 500 crores for medium enterprises. So definitely they are looking for such soft skills inputs. So I'm really thankful for these kind of discussions and initiatives.
Appreciate
Professor
that.
Sinha, me and Kaushik will be in touch with you. आप
Yeah.
आजकल बैंगलोर में हो ना?
Yeah, Bangalore, yeah.
Need be, I'll fly down to Bangalore soon. एक बार इंडिगो का ये प्रॉब्लम ठीक हो जाए. I
Right.
think me and Kaushik will be in touch with you. जो आपने MSME काउंसिल की बात कर रहे हैं
Right,
और
right,
जो 1 year प्रोग्राम का आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वगैरह साइन किया है, we are
right,
ready to partner with you and हम ऑनलाइन ऑफर कर देंगे.
right, right. Yeah,
उसको
certainly.
we will honor your word
Yeah,
and we'll give it a different online color. Me
certainly,
and Kaushik will be in touch with you.
certainly.
Professor Sinha and I, we did a study together on MSMEs.
Yeah.
So that study is about 5 years ago. So we go back to that study.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is brilliant. Let's
Yeah.
work on it.
Yeah, good thing.
Kaushik,
A week
Kaushik,
back,
I'll
I was
share.
in Patna. Yeah.
अच्छा, आप भी
Oh,
पटना.
really?
I was in Patna, but my better half is still there. She has to come this week because she preferred to remain with the brothers and all. But Patna, yes, Indigo has a challenge, just Professor Singh mentioned. Yeah.
3 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा अभी. Now I think the
Right.
government had come out with a new rule. I think this has been little worrisome that it has impacted the reputation of India with Indigo doing what it did. But I think the
Yes,
government
right. Yeah.
also had changed and tweaked some rules because of which Indigo is not the only one to be blamed. Sometimes you have rules which when you actually Professor Ramesh यार आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा है कि आप जो क्लासरूम में बैठ के रिसर्च करते हैं ना उसको ग्राउंड में लेके जाना है. अब हुआ क्या है कि एक ब्यूरोक्रेट ने कुछ चेंजेस किए कि पायलट कितने लैंडिंग करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, एंड इन गुड इंटेंशन.
Yeah.
पर उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने में, नए पायलट रिक्रूट करने में वो थोड़ा चैलेंज है. अभी देखिए आईएम्स बन गए पूरे दुनिया में. हमने अपने देश में करीब 23 आईएम्स बना दिए. उनके पास फैकल्टी नहीं है, टीचिंग फैकल्टी नहीं है आईएम क्वालिटी की, राइट. तो उसी तरीके सरकार ने कुछ ट्वीक किया विद गुड इंटेंशन, पर उतने पायलट नहीं है कंट्री में. तो इंडिगो कह रहा है कि मेरे को आपने जो रूल ट्वीक किया, मैं कह रहा हूं मुझे थोड़ा टाइम दे दो. आप माने नहीं. अब देख लीजिए ग्राउंड पे क्या नतीजा निकल रहा है. सो you have to go to the ground to test your hypothesis.
Yeah.
That's a very good observation you made today. So, Professor Sinha, we'll be in touch with you, and
Yeah,
I'll share
welcome.
your number with Kaushik and Kaushik's number with you. Let's stay in touch. And once Indigo
Sure.
problem is over, I'll fly down Kaushik. I'll come down to Bangalore.
Sure.
इनका जो 1 year course है ना, उसको
Sure.
ऑनर करते हैं.
Sure.
हाँ, उसको ऑनर करते हैं, ऑनलाइन कर लेते हैं. शुरुआत तो करें.
Sure.
और
Thank you.
Professor Sinha, if you can, if you'll be kind enough to share your contact information.
I have his number, sir. I will share it with you.
कर देते.
Please.
And by the
do
way, he
that.
has put it in the
I will
chat
help
box
you.
also.
I'll help
He's
you
put-
connect with each other.
He has
Okay.
put it in
Yeah,
the
my,
chat box.
yeah, my pleasure. Yeah.
Okay.
And he is the speaker in our series. Last speaker in this series, I
Yeah.
think 2 weeks or 3 weeks from today,
Good.
he is
Okay.
speaking on his book, Financing of MSME.
Very good.
Sure.
Kaushik, I
मैं-
think we should close.
Sorry.
मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि क्या हुआ कि ये about a week back